Hi guys, Anthony Peluso here, CEO of Wealth for Life and Australian property expert. Welcome to another episode of Ask Anthony. Today we're going to talk about financial freedom. What everyone's chasing, financial freedom. Have you left it too late? Question we get all the time is, how long does it take to create financial freedom? What do I need to do? How do I get started? When will I actually know if I've achieved financial freedom? All great questions that require answers from, you guessed it, you. So the first thing we take people through is their definition, because you need to have your own definition of success or financial freedom, okay? It could be living a quality of life without financial restriction. It could be along the lines of getting up in the morning, going to bed at night, and doing whatever you want in between, obviously without hurting anybody. One that I use is, how many days, weeks, months could I live to the level of my dreams if I was to stop working, okay? One that really gets people to look inside themselves more than anything is, if you were to stop working today, how long would it take before you ran out of money? Okay, that's not a question that a lot of people like to answer, and it really gets them thinking in terms of how well have they done up until now. But you need to have your own definition of financial freedom, because it is your financial freedom, not ours, okay? So the first thing you need to do is get that definition, and then ask yourself, why do you want to achieve financial freedom? As crazy as that sounds, most people actually have no idea why they're doing what they're doing. They just go along and do it because they've been told that they need to do it, or their friends are doing it, or they're following the crowd, or they get some advice from people. But you really need to understand, why is it that you're going down this path, undertaking this journey of financial freedom, right? You need to have a really big why, or a strong enough why, because the why will take you across many obstacles, help you overcome many challenges that come up along the way. And let me tell you, anything that's worth going for, anything that's big, anything that requires, any big game is going to have a lot of obstacles, a lot of barriers, right? A lot of challenges to overcome. Don't expect to create wealth or build financial freedom without having to overcome some stuff, okay? And if people are telling you otherwise, they're the ones misleading you, okay? There's a lot involved, okay? So if your reason behind wanting to do it, your why is big enough, you'll overcome these things, okay? And we're very good at helping you uncover why you want to do this. And it could be because, you want to provide you and your family an amazing quality of life. You want to do something for yourselves that your family and generations before you have never been able to accomplish. Hey, it could be that you don't like your job, or you don't like what you're doing right now, but you've got to decide why you want to create this and how bad do you want it. $300,000 in 14 months. $200,000 passive income for the rest of your life when you stop working. $200,000 in capital growth over a 2-year period. These are some of the results that our clients have achieved over the last 12 months. My name's Anthony Peluso, CEO and founder of Wealth for Life. We're going to be running some special events in a city near you over the coming weeks called An Evening with Wealth for Life. Go onto our website or call us on 1300 793 877 and make a time to book in and come to one of these events. Because I'll tell you now, a lot of people that see us, they don't have a why, and they actually don't really want it bad enough. Because they'll prioritize things like going and playing golf as a priority over their financial well-being, watching TV over their financial well-being, going on holidays, having friends come over, going to the footy. All great things, but come on guys, if you're looking to create financial freedom, you need to make it a very, very high priority. Probably one of the highest priorities. It's interesting. People say to me, what's your number one priority? And what I come back with is say, my business and financial well-being is more of a priority than anything else in my life. And that kind of, they're taken aback by that because they expect me to say things like family and wife and children. Yeah. My family and my children are the most important things in my life. That's why my business and financial well-being is my number one priority. Because how can I look after my wife and my family and all the things that I want to do if I don't have my finances together and if I don't have my money together, all right? If that falls by the wayside, I can't be the husband that I want to be. I can't be the father that I want to be. I can't be the friend that I want to be. I can't be the founder or leader that I want to be. Money is important. It's a very high priority for me because the things that are the most important to me is my family, my business, my spirituality, and that's why I've got to get my money right. That's why it's really high up as a priority, so I can look after the things that are the most important to me, okay? I'm sure that you guys out there understand what I mean. So make sure you've got your reason as to why you want to create financial freedom, right? And have a number, have an idea of what that looks like for you, okay? Let me paint a picture, right? You could see yourself into the future, not having to get up and go to work and, living a life of where you have many choices, where you're working, where you're doing things through love, right? And through passion, as opposed to, I've got to go to work because I've got bills to pay and mortgages to pay and kids to feed, okay? That's not freedom, okay? And what you want more than anything is actually freedom. You actually don't want the money, it's the freedom that you get by having the money, okay? So freedom is what we're chasing, most of us, okay? Money is just a tool that helps us live that lifestyle, okay, that freedom, okay? And then make sure you understand when you want to achieve financial freedom by. You've got to have this mapped out. I keep telling people, if you don't have a plan, how do you know when you've actually got there, okay? You're not going to know when you start, you're not going to know when to hold, and you're not going to know when to get out, okay? You need to know those three things, okay? What do they say? Failing to plan is planning to fail, right? So make sure you know why, make sure you understand what financial freedom looks like for you and have a time frame, all right? There's three things we sit down with people and work out. Usually I look at financial freedom as probably depending on when you're starting, right? And I'm giving you a generalization here. Anywhere from 7 to 20 years, okay? Now, again, that depends on your risk profile as well, okay? So if you're an aggressive type of investor and you've got a very high appetite for risk, man, I've seen people create financial freedom in 3 years, okay? Just most people won't be comfortable with the risk involved in doing something like that, okay? But the earlier you start, the sooner you start, the less risk you have to take, okay? So, and what do I mean by that? The importance of having a one-on-one consultation with one of our advisors. Number one, you want to know how to pay off the mortgage on your home in the fastest possible way. How about understanding and learning how you can become debt-free forever? Imagine paying less tax and having more money going to your pay packet every fortnight. What about securing your financial future in your retirement so you never have to worry and stress about money ever again? These are the things that we go through with you in a one-on-one consultation. Some of the results that we've achieved for our clients by sitting down with us one-on-one, we had one couple who created $300,000 in 14 months. We had another gentleman who's gone on to amass a fortune in real estate that's going to pay him $200,000 per annum for the rest of his life when he stops working. These are just some of the things that come out by sitting down with our advisors in a one-on-one consultation. Get your goal planning and you get your financial planning and your goal setting right in 2019. Take advantage of the tremendous opportunities that exist in the Australian property market right now. Call 1300 793 877 or visit wealthforlife.com.au and book an appointment in with one of our investment advisors to get your money right in 2019. So there's three factors we look at. You got to look at number one, the growth of your money. By how much your money grows by, how hard your money works for you. Okay, the return on your money. If you need, if you're starting late in life, your money has to work much harder than say if you're starting as a 25-year-old. Okay, but again, it depends on when your end date is. Okay, so how much does your money need to grow by? Number two, your time frame. Okay, you need to understand the start, when you're starting and when you're ending. And number three, the number of transactions that you need to do, or the multiple streams of income, how many income streams you're going to have. So what we actually find when we're sitting down with clients, we'll end up changing or amending one of those three factors. Okay, so if somebody says to me, Anthony, I want to create financial freedom in the next 10 years, and let's say they haven't started anything, and again, their financial freedom may be $250,000 a year passive income for the rest of their life. They may have to increase the growth, how hard their money works, and the number of transactions. Now, if they're uncomfortable with the number of transactions because they don't want to be that aggressive, and if we're looking at asset classes where, let's say, we can only get a 9% growth rate on their money, then the only option they've got is to push out the time frame. Okay. So you're working with one of those three variables at any given time. So one of the things we do is we sit down with you, get you to understand what those three variables look like, and depending on your situation, and by that I mean when you're starting this, your age, your income, available financial resources to you, risk profile, will help us structure a financial plan that addresses all those factors. Okay, but you're going to have to be flexible with those three factors. Okay, how hard your money works, the time frame involved in you creating freedom, and the number of transactions. Okay, so keep that in mind when putting together a plan. Okay, and any good financial plan and any good wealth creation strategy will have a number of income streams. Okay, so hopefully that's given you guys an understanding of what's involved when it comes to creating financial freedom. Okay, what I say to people, aim to do it slowly. Okay, because we live in a world where everybody wants everything yesterday. Okay, you just got to really be careful, because the faster you move in terms of wanting to create this wealth, the more knowledge you need to have, and the more you need to be able to control what it is you're doing. Okay, so if you're someone that hasn't invested before, or is starting is a beginner, let's say, you probably won't be comfortable with some of those risks involved in achieving that financial freedom in a shorter time frame. If you're somebody that's quite advanced, obviously you'd already be on your way to financial freedom, and you may just need that extra kick or that extra strategy to get you there a little bit faster. Okay, but you're well on your way already. Okay, you would have experienced a high level of risk already. You would have you'd have a really good understanding of money, and you need a couple of investment strategies to actually get you there a little bit faster. Or you maybe need to look at your game from a different level and from a different perspective to help you get there that little bit faster. So it does come down to your starting position. Okay, I sound like a Formula One race, right? Your starting position, whether you're at pole position. Actually, it's not too different to a Formula One race, right? How many times you're going to go around the track, how fast are you going to travel, and where you're starting from. Okay, so get started as soon as you can, because as I say to my clients, the sooner you get started, the easier it becomes. Okay, because it's probably later than you think for a lot of you out there. Okay, too many people don't understand what's involved in creating true freedom. One, they don't do enough research on it. Two, they get advice from people that have really no idea. And three, they think that just buying a property here and a share portfolio there, or a good managed fund with a little, with minimal debt and the right, insurance cover, helps them get there. That's sadly mistaken. Okay, for the guys out there that have busted their ass and have created freedom, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, there's a lot that goes into this. There's so many sacrifices we have to make as investors and wealth creators. And we make it a very, very high priority. And you need to, if you want to achieve financial freedom, let me tell you guys, you're going to have to put a lot of your bullshit, a lot of your bullshit that you do right now to the side, okay? Because if you don't, you're just kidding yourself. You know, you should hear some of the excuses we get from people in terms of what they see as a priority over financial freedom. And we're like, guys, you need to really realign your life, okay? You need to realign your life, or this is just going to always be a pipe dream. It's going to be something you're never going to get closer to because your behavior is actually taking you further and further away from it, okay? Have a look at what your priorities are right now. Have a look at how you spend your time. Have a look at who you spend your time with. Have a look at what you're reading. Have a look at what you're watching. Have a look at the people that you're hanging out with. And ask yourself this question: is this kind of activity bringing you closer to where you want to be? If it's not, there's only one thing you need to do. Stop doing the stuff that you're doing. Okay? Change your behavior, change where you spend your time and your energy and what you take action on. Okay? Come and have a chat to us. We're damn good at actually highlighting all this and mapping this out for you. We'll tell you what your friends won't tell you, what your mummy, what your daddy won't tell you, you know, what your girlfriend or your wife or your husband won't tell you. We're going to be straight with you, okay? We're not here to make you feel good and say it's going to be okay. We're not that type of company, okay? If you're looking for feel good and the pat on the back and you're doing great, we are not that company, okay? Go talk to somebody else. That's not us, okay? We're only interested in one thing for you, and that's results. And we're going to give you the cold hard facts, and you're going to hear some stuff from us that you're probably not going to like, okay? We're going to tell you straight. We'd rather tell you straight and you go ahead and do something with it and achieve that greatness that's there for you, rather than just be Mr. Nice Guy and be politically correct and tell you that everything's great. Yeah, you're doing great. No, we won't tell you that, okay? If you want the truth, if you want to know what it really takes to create freedom, we're going to tell you that, okay? So if you're game enough, come in and have a chat to us. We'd love to be able to sit down with you. wealthforlife.com.au 1300 793 877. Check out our website, check out our Facebook page, go to our YouTube channel, have a look at what some of our clients have achieved financially, okay? They're quite open about it. They'll tell you their story. We've got plenty of case studies. They'll talk to you about the time frame in which they did it in, what they had to overcome, and every single person that's created freedom has had to overcome some barrier, some obstacle that's quite significant, okay? I just don't know how else you would do it, okay? Because you look at anything great that's been achieved in life by you or any great person, you know, they would have had to have overcome some odds, right? Things that were stacked up against them, some challenges to achieve that ultimate freedom for them, okay? So come in and have a chat to us. What we do works, okay? We've taken the guesswork out of creating freedom. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy or that it's simple, because it's not. Okay, there'll be some sacrifices that you'll need to make, some priorities that you'll need to realign, some questions that you'll need to ask of yourself, probably some people you need to get rid of out of your life, and some of the things that you're doing right now. Yeah, those things, right? Some of those things that you're doing right now, you'll need to stop doing. But I tell you what, man, it is so much fun creating financial freedom, especially when you're starting to see some results, which then compound into further results and further results. And when you see the quality of your life changing and what you can do and provide for your family, for your children, for your partner, for your parents, for your friends, that's a reward in itself, okay? That's a reward enough. That's magic, okay? And a lot of it has absolutely nothing to do with the money aspect of it, okay? So come in and have a chat to us, okay? 1300 793 877, wealthforlife.com.au. Again, thank you for all your questions and feedback. We get some pretty interesting questions that come our way each week. We love that. We answer them as fast as possible. And we love to have a chat to you, okay? So hopefully you got something out of this episode. We'd love to see you soon. And until next week, happy investing.